There it is, people. There is Frank, the Cuban Flash Sanchez, as he shows his recovery and his surgery wounds from his injury in the second round in the fight with him and Agut Kabayel, which didn't go so well for him. I did wonder why he didn't move, and I understand right now because I'm having a knee issue myself. So I do feel his pain. You know, he had an arthroscopic surgery on his knee, and he should be ready to fight in a few months. And the question is, where does he go from here? Who does he target to fight? Where is he on the totem pole? Because, you know, Frank Sanchez is a guy that's not really, he's known in boxing circles, but in popularity circles, within buzz, within self promotion, he's not. You know, he mostly is a kind of a intro to Canelo, okay? Because he trains with Canelo Alvarez, and that's pretty much who his association is with, you know, the Reynosos and Canelo Alvarez and all that stuff. So I don't know who he would fight at this point. I would assume he would want a tune-up fight to see how that knee cooperates, see how he performs on that repaired knee, because sometimes you need to go in and retweak it and those type of things. I don't think, honestly, I don't think it's a hoax or an excuse because of the doctors that he thinks, because anybody could take and go and buy a long sleeve and throw it on the damn leg and say, hey, see, I was injured, that's why I got beat. You know, and I'll say this, him having an issue like that in the biggest fight of his career, I don't think that should have been the case. I think they should have held off if he had that injury before that fight. Because a lot of times that injury could be before, or he could have some previous injury and then injure it more within the fight. That could have happened. But I'll tell you guys something. That's the wrong time to have that shit. Especially with a fighter like Agut Kabayel, because Agut Kabayel was trying to stabilize Frank Sanchez, keep him from moving, started working upstairs to set up the body shots, which he eventually did, stopping Frank Sanchez, okay? You know, his knee might have been injured, but those punches are doing injury, okay? So, yeah, that is definitely the wrong time to have that type of injury. I'm glad that I've heard that he was injured. I just wasn't sure. You know, and this pretty much confirms that he did have something wrong with him in this fight. But if I was Frank Sanchez, I would love to get that victory back, because it's nothing like a redemption story. And here's the thing. I'm thinking that injury was not all done in round two. I think that injury was from a previous happening in sparring or in preparation, you know, while he was doing his strength and conditioning. That happens a lot during strength and conditioning. You know, you do tear something. Look at Artur Beterbiev, okay? So I think that Frank should want to avenge his only loss. You know, that's if Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, allows that to happen, because Kabayel won, so he's on to the next one. You know, Frank should, you know, I think Frank should be able to redeem himself like others, like i.e. Deontay Wilder and Jarrell Miller has done. Okay, he's over here in Americas as well. Okay, and he's a Cuban American now, so I think that he should be allowed, when he recovers fully and 100%, be allowed to redeem himself. You know, that's only fair. And I think, you know, after Turkey's seen this and acknowledged this, I think he may want to give him another shot. But the question is, who would he go in there with? Who would he fight at that point? You know, sure, I get Kabayel is ideal, but who would be a good tune-up? Who else could he fight? Maybe the winner out of Bakali and Jared Anderson. Now Jared Anderson is on the level. In fact, they may be parallel right now. Okay? Because Jared Anderson is the guy that they're prompting and they're pushing to be a star and a champion in America. So, you know, Frank Sanchez is that resistance, and I feel that he should want to take on Jared Anderson, because if you guys can remember a couple of years ago, Frank was saying, hey, I'm way above you, kid. Now he's not. You guys tell me what you think about Frank Sanchez and his recovery along with his injury. He'll be ready to train in 3 months. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.